forever, that's supposed to be well established, that's supposed to have bank guarantee and everything, but you have to pay for. That's not correct. That's not correct. So we said no. We got to reduce that financing cost. If not reducing, take it completely. What's it? What do I have to do with somebody that in an importing business, bringing petroleum product, but I have to pay for the financing of the importation? For 4 cents at the time, way back, and it was still coming down. Every time they would put 3 cents. So we said no. We are not going to accept that. It's a big burden then passed on to the consumers. And it will have to take it off from the pricing structure. It has to go to some other programs that other ordinary Liberians will benefit. So the report was made, a recommendation was placed into that report. And the plenary of the Liberian Senate, before we closed, under the able leadership of the Senate Pro Tem, Nyomli Kanga Lawrence, endorsed the report of the committee, the joint committee. We say all of these to mean that it was not one person that sat in the corner and just decided to launch an investigation. It was a plenary mandate. And all of us on the committee, more than 20 some more persons, signed that this thing the committee has brought, worth endorsing it and for the executive to execute it. And that decision was taken in the open plenary, and then it was forwarded to the president. If you see me thanking the president, there are many reports that will go to a leader in the country. And when powerful people are connected, sometimes it doesn't get to survive. Then it comes back to the legislature. They're just sitting down there, they're not doing anything. But we don't have that authority to execute. It's the work of the executive. And the executive is presided over by the president. Until the president musters that courage and say, look, LPRC, given what the Senate has investigated and based on my own investigation, go ahead and implement this. And this is where I come to thank the president for giving us the appetite as a legislature to do our work. To do our work. So now that the president has formally endorsed or though there were amendments in what we did, which we don't have problem with, it's recommendation. The president can choose to say the recommendation, I don't see anything in it, and that was sent to LPRC. The president can choose to say, and this portion that you're charging is even less, like in the case, our recommendation was 10 cents for storage fee. The recommendation we made, it went to the president, having conducted further investigation, is now set at 5 cents. So that's the beauty of democracy. So I can come and say, why we recommended 10 cents for storage, and then only it came down to 5 cents. So the president has endorsed our recommendation with an amendment to it, which on behalf of the joint committee, we wholeheartedly accept. And now what's going to happen as per the endorsed recommendation by the president and by the execution of that recommendation is they're going to create 2 revenue streams. And that's where I'm so interested and happy. Because when we notice that we from the Waste, Means and Finance Committee are facing a problem with the SOEs, that they cannot even pay their contribution that we assess them at the beginning of the budget discussion, and then we come and identify revenue lines or sources that will generate additional revenue that will impact the lives of the people. It makes me happy. That's why I have called this press conference. So from September as of the enforcement of these new guidelines, we have projected that the total petroleum products that are going to be imported in the country, considering AGO, Jet A1, and PMS, to all of the terminals in the country. I'm saying all of the storage terminals in the country. I am not singling one person, and I want the press to get that. To all the terminals, all. I am not singling one person. Will be according to the importation record that we have during the
is to trade among between ourselves, taking the momentum of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and also to share experience. You know that Liberia and Rwanda have tragic histories of conflicts, but we managed to come out of those conflicts with peace building, with consolidation of peace, unity and reconciliation, programs of demobilization. So we think that we can continue sharing our experience. Actually, I think the Deputy Minister of Liberia in charge of research and I think human development is in Kigali now in a session to share our experience. So we really believe in sharing experience between African countries, and in this regard, we once again congratulate Liberia for your election as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, which will be an important moment for you as a country that has lived conflict and that knows the solution or the challenges that you are faced in finding solution or long-time solution for to end conflict on our continent. Rwanda, as a country that has also lived a tragedy, but that also served in the UN Security Council, we are ready to cooperate with you, to share experience, to provide whatever information we have, so that as brothers and sisters we can work hand in hand to find solutions to conflict on our continent, and also to move forward with the socio-economic transformation and integration that we want between our two countries on our continent. So once again, thank you, Madam Minister, and thank you for the warm hospitality and the facilities available to me and to my delegation.
Thank you, Maraposi, Mr. Minister. Now, remarks by Her Excellency, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Nigeria.
My brother, Excellency.
From September to December 25th, we have imported 50 million.
To share my own experience in Rwanda. In 2007, I went to Rwanda as a member of the team on the HIV implementers meeting. And on the way to Rwanda, many people questioned why Rwanda for such a huge meeting. Rwanda doesn't have the capacity. We're over 23,000 going to Rwanda. And being part of the senior team of the UN I was going at that time, there were many statements of skepticism. When we got to Rwanda, and I'm really glad I was part of that experience because I went through the Genocide Memorial. I was privileged to sit under the voice of President Kagame. And we saw a country that was now waiting for things to be at a particular level in order to get going. Rwanda received over 23,000 people, and every household in Rwanda received delegates. I stayed in the home of the Rwandan family. The hospitality, the organization, the structure, and the system that I experienced in 2007, as far back as that, from that time until today, to see the transformation in Rwanda is mind-blowing. And what you've done is demonstrated that we're not defined by our conflicts. We're not defined by our difficulties. We're defined by our willingness to move past them and to move forward. And you've done something great on the continent of Africa, demonstrating that. And congratulations to President Kagame and yourselves for the efforts you've made. You've given us lessons to learn from, and we continue to learn from those lessons. We've also, as you said, have had history of conflict, and we've overcome. We've had successive elections demonstrating the democracy of Liberia, demonstrating our commitment to peace and stability, and us deciding that we're not going to wait until we have the 5-star hotels and all the skyscrapers, but we're going to take on an arrest agenda for inclusive development that prioritizes sectors that can transform our economy, diversify our economy, create jobs, and ensure that Liberians are on a pathway to accelerated development. So we can learn from Rwanda, Rwanda can learn from us, and that's what cooperation is about. Taking the best from Rwanda, the best from Liberia, us sharing those experiences, and taking them forward for shared prosperity for our people. The agreements we signed today are a step in that direction to continue to deepen that relationship and to continue to move forward, learning from each other and growing together. The Africa Continental Free Trade area for us is an opportunity. And I would say the important thing for us here today is to show that Africans can do it. We can work together, we can cooperate, and we can ensure that we advance our various agendas. Economic diplomacy is one of the major thrusts of our foreign policy right now, over the last 2 years. How do we attract Rwandan companies, Rwandan investors into Liberia? Our arrest agenda identifies areas where we need to ensure not only government policy frameworks and actions to accelerate development, but where investors can find opportunities in agriculture, in sanitation, hygiene, energy, tourism, and promoting tourism ability of giving us that support at least for a minimum of 3 to 5 years, so we can come in and set that up and take it forward from there. We believe that the long-standing relationship we have had is going to see the best yet to come. We believe that the agreement we signed last year with you and this that we signed today now puts us in the pathway to deepen those sectors. We're happy that your security personnel came also as part of this mission. They're meeting with our security personnel in terms of intelligence sharing and so forth. This is very important as we approach the UN Security Council seat.
Contributing to a storage fee now, or money, 493,881. That's the gallon of product we're going to be, inputting. So if you take the 2 cents from financing, 2 cents, just from those that will pay 2 cents for an importer to go import a product at the pump price, because the storage fee was built into the pump price of the gasoline. So it's just a component of the pump price. So it means that all of you that own car or own motorbike or some kind of moving or have generator, when you buy 1 gallon at the gas station, you're financing somebody importation with 2 cents. And you may look at it as a small money. So we took 2 cents from the financing, and then if we apply it by the 50 million plus gasoline that will come from now to December, we're going to be realizing $1,009,880. $1,009,880. And what the committee recommended was for it to go towards the social programs. We saw USAID has put up. We have already to procure those essential drugs that will help our citizens in the critical condition to continue to survive since USAID has left the country. Then, from September to December, given the same projection of 50.4 million gallons of gas that will be inputted into all the terminals in the country, we have raised $4,544,458. And where this money going to go, as per our discussion in the plenary, it's going to go towards support to counties' road equipment. For your information, by November, or before the close of the year, the 285 most talked about pieces of yellow equipment will be in the country. So The road fund, we know the 30 cents on the road fund is already committed to primary roads and other major road work that is ongoing. So we cannot put additional burden on those equipment that will be sent to those different counties. So we are trying to find an innovative means as a government. And this is a government decision to see whether we can sustain those equipment in our different counties. So before even the equipment can arrive as per this new structure, a little over $4.5 million will be secured just from now to December 25th, 2025. Get it? Then we didn't stop there. The entire 2026, given the projection we have used, into the 4 months, we decided to multiply it, to multiply it, and that multiplication for the whole year, that means the remaining 6 months, if we add it to the 4 months, the government of Liberia, through the Revenue Authority, will be raising $16,670,000 just in 1 year. Aside the road fund, but this is just a storage fee. That was just a bulk money going to all the different players in the petroleum industry. So 1 year, 9 cents that has been put aside to go from the very storage fee that we had our bulk money just part of. We have breaking it, we have bifurcated it, and 9 cents will be saved. And that 9 cents will give us $16,670,000. And to support the program, for the social program, you'll be getting $3,300,000+. So all the way you say left, every year, cash money, $3,300,000 will be set aside. We'll not have the okra now for our vulnerable population that usually live. They can find, drugs. They can find free medication. That program will be addressed through this amount that we have identified, to target that particular population. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to reiterate that I was shocked that the president would brave the storm in the midst of powerful people in the petroleum product, in the petroleum storage fee that somebody just used to get as an individual. All the accounting machine now will be working. All the accounting machine will be working. Their found market role will be accessible, and they will start to enjoy, their businesses. Farmers will now get their produce to the market on time, and that's the trickle-down effect that we are looking at, as compared to one individual or two individuals getting this money, and nobody fighting business people. It's just a fair business practice. I don't think it is targeted to somebody. Like I said, the entire terminals in the country. I didn't take anything from there. The projection is taking the entire terminal. Everywhere you have story, whether this, is taken into consideration, and that's why the calculation was done. So we want to
Pleasant welcome to our informative afternoon lunchtime program. We say good afternoon, good afternoon, and good afternoon, Liberia. Today, a pleasant welcome to all of you. 09112025. Today, Thursday, the 11th day of the month, September, having to be the 9th month of the year. And good afternoon, good morning, a pleasant welcome on today. Be with us, we say with exclusive delight. Be our guest, be with us until 1:30. where we'll serve you palatable breakfast, lunch, dinner, based upon a timeline across the world, because we are live on Cool Channel 2 on YouTube. We're also live on Facebook, Cool on the search handle. We're also live on www.knewsonline.com across the world. And as a matter of fact, in Liberia, 91.9 in Liberia. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome to all of you watching us, commenting on our page, listening to us. We say a warm welcome. Don't forget, the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. And those that come with equity must come with clean hands. As usual today, I am your humble servant. I am J. Nathaniel B. Senior on this spectacular edition of the People's Program. As a matter of fact, this is the People's Program, the program that brings to you trending national issues on the table. We value your comments. Remember, open the lines. You have your say on the issue discussed on today. We want you to sit back and keep a listen so you can make a profound contribution to this worldwide afternoon edition of the program. We value your comments. They are the building block to our modern and emerging democracy. On today, welcome from the production department, Sir Kandu, on this edition of the program. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to the People's Program. Today, September 11, 1940, Liberia was deeply involved into the economy and the political shift of World War II and the preceding era, with President William Tubman leading the economy into a period of a nascent economic growth, driven by high demands for rubber and continuing presence of the American company like the Firestone. This year marked the continuation of Liberia's participation on the sides of the Allied nations and the move that significantly improved its financial position by increasing exports and reducing its border or bonded debt process, upon laying the groundwork for the modernization of a coastal area and its integration into the post-war international community as a founding member of the United Nations. Liberia participated in World War I, World War II, to be precise, on the sides of the Allied powers, a significant event for the country's economy. The demand of Firestone rubber provided a sustainable economic boost, increasing exports from about $2 million United States dollars to over $6 million from 1940 to 1945, and a significantly decreasing Liberia bonded indebtedness. Upon progress was made in integrating indigenous populations into the social and political fabric of the country, with indigenous men gaining the right to vote for the first time, September 1940. September 11, 1992, and today, Liberia in the midst of a renewed phase of its first civil war, with Charles Taylor Dakpana of the Core Gange, from the National Patriotic Front of Liberia, the NPFL, launching a major offensive against the capital Monrovia, known as Operation Octopus. This assault on the city was significant escalations of conflict, leading to widespread displacement and humanitarian crisis as the NPFL sought to seize control of the city from the interim government and the ECOWAS ceasefire monitoring group, ECOMOG. The siege of Monrovia saw intense fighting into the suburb, with the NPFL using child soldiers to attack the city. On today, September 11, 2006, Liberia were in the early stages of post-conflict reconstruction, with President Ellen Johnson's Salif government working to rebuild institutions and promote reconciliation following decades of civil war. Key activities included the establishment of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and efforts to secure debt forgiveness and foreign investment to stabilize the country's devastated economy. Additionally, the United Nations in Liberia UNMIL continued its work to assist in reconstructing the police, the army, the judiciary in the country. A major step toward national healing was the establishment of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in 2006 to promote unity and address past human rights abuses in the country. But in the year 2006 saw the inauguration of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as Liberia's first democratically elected female president. The new administration inherited a country with a shattered economy and a massive debt accumulated during the war, the Civil War, as a matter of fact. And today, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Today, 2020, September 11, Liberia, the United States Embassy in Monrovia marked the 19th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks on September 11, 2020, by posting a message recognizing the day as a patriotic day and a national day of service and remembrance in the United States. Remember, on this day, the Twin Tower was attacked. The United Nations commemorated a message on the 19th anniversary of the 9/11, marking the day that scores of citizens of the United States lost their life. And the such result did not indicate any unique or major process coming on. Imagine the death toll escalated to a astronomical level in the country. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome. You can keep playing today. Star 799 star 11 hash, star 799 star 11 hash is right there. The dark is open. Somebody will just walk away with 4,000 Liberian dollars. Star 799 star 11 hash. The dark is open. You can just be a lucky winner for today. Star 799 star 11 hash. Just put in. If you want to play 2 times, just put 2. You want to play 5 times, just put 5. You want to play 10 times, 10. You want to play 7 times, 7. You want to play 15 times, 1,500. And imagine you just have a chance to win 4,000 Liberian dollars. And remember, you know that just in case you are playing 15 times, 1,500, and you win 4,000, you know, bonus, immense bonus there for you. So you're encouraged. Entertainment by Radio Cool Cash giveaway is right here now. The dark is open. You can play star 799 star 11 hash. On today, September 11, in 2001, 19 militants associated with the terrorist group Al Qaeda hijacked 4 planes in the United States, crushing 3 into the buildings. The 4th crashed in Pennsylvania and killed more than 3,000 people on today. Today also, D.H. Lawrence, the English writer, was born on 1885 into the Eastwood, England, but he died at the age of 44 on the 2nd of March in 1930 in Vence, France. And today, 2008, a major fire erupted in the Channel Tunnel, which runs under the English channels that connect England and France. The channel, as it was sometime called, the tunnel, as it was sometime called, did not resume full service until early the following year in 2008, on today. In 2002, the American Grand One football player, Jimmy Unitas, considered one of the NFL's all-time greatest quarterback, died in Maryland today. Today, General Augusto Pinochet led a coup d'etat overthrowing the government of President Salvador Allende of Chad on today, 1973. And also, Winston Churchill, Franklin D. Roosevelt met in Canada at the Second Quebec Conference in 1944. And now today, United States Navy forces under Thomas MacDonald defeated the larger British force at the Battle of Lake Champlain during the War of 1812. On today, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome on today. Mr. Welcome to all of you joining our platform. You know, there are a lot of news in Liberia, a lot of great news in Liberia. Some of them will shock you upon why folks are using fake documents to get mining licenses, operating mining operations into Nema, and that's Lufa County. They use fake document, and they are involved in the illicit mining activity into Nema County. They are all issues on our product today, and the Finance Minister is now being accused of prioritizing lead comfort over Liberians, and this is just linked to our conversation today. And Central Liberia is urging the LDCC to investigate the GSA audit report and findings of the judicial reform in our country and see how best it can help on putting us through upon it. These are major issues upon. And the Joseph Imabwaka government is being criticized for failing to curb waste, as nearly 8 million spent on travels. This president has been accused wasteful spending upon, and it's been said that issues of the past are still going on. One thing that troubles Liberians, let me say this, it's good. Some said, yes, with the news, Liberia is still free. You know, this news came out when Turkish national was suspected of Ebola and reportedly died. It was being heard that 20 persons are being quarantined in Ganta. The armies are in full compliance, and the National Public Health Institute of Liberia raised up several issues, and I'm still having a serious conversation upon to have the National Public Health Institute boss to sit with us on this platform and get to know exactly what's going on. Liberians want to hear this, want to hear the truth upon, but notwithstanding, there are good news. There are several news upon. On yesterday, the National Public Health Institute immediately released a press release upon involving what we're seeing, and they said that all specimens received and tested by the molecule PCR method at the National Referral Laboratory of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia have been demonstrated, and they said negative for Ebola and the Marburg, and negative test results thereby rule out that any of the indicated VHF infections in said biological specimen upon. And the National Public Health Institute monitors all Liberians and the public at large. The scientific community to remain calm and not to panic upon. You know, this news really shook Liberia, to be frank with you. The Ebola was being seen to Ganta, somebody died, and others were being quarantined, and several issues. It was this news that those quarantined were workers at the Gompa Funeral Home. The passenger involved, the taxi driver, the body, the funeral home owner, one David Moba, the military officer from the Banga Regional Hub were deploying Ganta to enforce compliance on this matter on September 10 yesterday. And the Public Health Institute Liberia have announced that they have done up testing. Like I said to you in the press release, that nothing is in Liberia. The Ministry of Health also confirmed that the tests for the suspected cases were carried out, and the minister confirmed that Liberia is free. No Ebola is in Liberia. And when this issue was spread about, some of you might have heard it, might have received little or no information about it, whatever it is. And but the Ministry of Health also confirmed that no Ebola. And the Ministry of Health swiftly then issued a memo upon directing county health officers into Maryland, River G, Grand Gile, Nimba to take immediate precautionary measures upon. And the directive was signed by the Ministry of Health, Dr. Lloyd Ekoto, on Tuesday. call for the quarantine of individuals who have contact with the deceased, the Turkish national, intensify surveillance and the reactivation of emergency health protocol while awaiting laboratory confirmation. And from the end of those conducting the confirmation that this is so. Then on Thursday, the minister announced that the results were back and the result came negative. No Ebola in Liberia. She said in these words, I want to read this what she said. She said, we confirmed that the suspected cases tested negative for Ebola. There is no Ebola virus in Liberia at this time. We want to say yes, it is. We want to say thanks, and we want to say, also want to say our team, yeah, it's good workings are going on to make sure these things are curbed. Is important. Yeah, you know, we saw how the thing came and ravaged this country. Imagine 2014 when the thing came from Guinea, before spreading to Liberia, Sierra Leone, and the outbreak claimed about 11,000 lives. And it being the hardest hit nation, Liberia at the time. Liberia recorded 4,800 deaths in this country. So you know, this kind of thing can shake people. Yeah, you know, especially where political tension, you're gonna be with situations, food, and all that, school fees, all the worriness around. It's painstaking, you know. But it's good that our authorities are informed us that is not in Liberia. And all of those that was held under this process said no, they were all negative. Nobody contacted this thing. You know, sometimes Liberia is in the mode of which informations travel. Messages are carried out. So, oh, Ebola, oh, that corona, oh, that is. You know, sometimes we'll be very careful too and allow our institutions to work on. Yeah, but I want to say thanks to the National Public Health Institute. I'm making all efforts that Dr. Dugwa Christopher Yan, Liberia only scientist, recognized across the world. Currently now at the head of the National Public Health Institute of this country, will sit with us on this platform in the coming days. So we'll talk about this and see where we are in terms of health, where we are in terms of possible issues of outbreak. Mind you, remember you heard we were in the issue of the monkeypox, the Npox, but that has been put under control upon. Yeah, yes, I'm supposed to say filaria, measles, chicken pox, all these things are issues upon. And sometimes you're also aware that based on our climatic position, it's going to rainy season time, other things happen. Yeah, you know. Sometimes we just be careful how. But it's good that when you are now well, get to the hospital. When you feel symptoms, signs of any sickness upon, get to the hospital. It will be the health practitioners there that will help us understand. Don't wait until something happens. Because like we experience, this is to the public. Like we experience this state of denial during that time now, 2014. Oh Ebola. When somebody say carry the person to the hospital, people are still caring for their loved ones. I'm not saying this is a situation. I'm just reminding you what happened. You notice now that people were in denial of this thing. But we notice that when somebody is sick, your husband or your wife or your son or your daughter, aunt, whosoever, and you care for this person, the person vomiting, you're wiping them, the person passing through, you're wiping them, bathing them, feeding them, doing all the sweating, doing this, you yourself are at risk. And at that time, that was how, folks, imagine the person you caring for passed. Then just in less than weeks or days passes, you start to feel that fluid process on your body. The next thing, instead of you now saying, let me go to the hospital and get tested and know what's going on, you hire yourself, you go to somebody else, they treat you, the person do take it. You see there? And we saw this thing wiping our families. So we also want to encourage you on this video, when you are sick, go to the hospital. Please. Yeah. I know sometimes I'm supposed to, you know me, when I'm sick, my moringa, I can drink it. My this one or that. I take my paracetamol, I drink it. I swallow it. No. Go to the hospital, get tested. Because the earlier you there, the earlier stage you are helped. And they prevent any other eventuality. Let me say thanks to the National Public Health Institute, thanks to the Ministry of Health for their being vigilant in this process, you know, and the military also too, and all help. You know, as soon as it happened, they were able to say, yeah, let's hold this, that keep these people. It is so that we can know how to contain this process. Like I said to you, the Minister of Health talk about the surveillance process. Yeah, let them know whether that's true. And thankfully, when all those people were taken up and they were tested, they said, no, I ain't Ebola. Yeah, so we're happy with that. I want to say thanks to our folks here today. Today, I want to talk about this thing. I know, you know about this time, our lawmakers, not all of them, yes, some may or will, they be in section. Other than they are on break, they are off for agricultural break, or they're on research, what's what you want them to be. But our lawmakers really carry on their cardinal functions, because the lawmakers make it look like they are the most busiest in this country. They are the ones having the load of the country on their head. I don't know how you take it. That's how they make us believe. They make us to know that they should be the one to eat the best of food. They should get the best of salaries, immunities, benefits. They should be given attention. When they are in a vehicle, nobody should stand before them because they are lawmakers. When they are walking in the community, everybody should turn around and bow or stop and look at them. Every other development happening in the community, in the district, in the county, it should be the lawmakers. But I come today to ask Liberians, do you really think that our lawmakers are carrying on their cardinal responsibility, the purpose of which they were elected? By law. Every job comes with a TOR, a term of reference. You either do this, you either do this, you either do this, this. I was reading on some of the tax that has been accorded to the Minister of State. I said, wow, this job is like a job that you take just out of meetings or an hour to take a nap, because you have to be up with your tools. Because if you just take 4, 5, 6 hours to sleep, you will know say plenty of people passing by you, and you have to informed. And a lot will be on your decks that you cannot cater to. But these people who are lawmakers, election time, they are all in the trenches, all over. They go to the nook and cranny of the district, of the community, of the county, to make sure that they can galvanize the vote they want. I'm asking Liberia, do you really think these people can fulfill their cardinal responsibilities? Do you really think so? They are being elected, and when you are victorious, you get to a post that you represent your people, representation. When you are elected, you get to a post where you make laws for the people, not unnecessary ones that may have a positive bearing on them to amend their lives. Whether it is on a segmented basis, whether it is regionally or nationwide, or that affect outside relations. When you are elected, you are there to have oversight as a lawmaker. Is this true responsibility just so much overwhelming for those who are lawmakers, that they should eat all the food, or their stomachs should get filled before they can give out, or that they should die in the position before others get help? This is important. And a lot of you out there today listening to me will say, yeah, Nathaniel, you may be right or not. It's possible. It's possible. It's up there for you. That my lawmaker is the best. It's up there for you. But some of you will say, Nathaniel, since this lawmaker, our lawmaker was elected, I have not seen him. I have heard little or no information about his workings. since the lawmaker was elected, I wouldn't see a person let him just go in. Or he was here. The way we saw him, some of you into your compounds, into your yards, into your quarters, these people were visible there. Someone told you they came to your place, saw placards of their images all over. They sat on there, they said, give me water. They said, Chief, you can drink the bucket. They say, yeah, you know me. What are they thinking you're drinking? I can't drink it too. I'm mopping. What are you doing? The poor, what the bad of men call the mokpa. Or let me borrow the word from the selling poor one pot. They say, yeah, give my mom. The man that the boat that carries his meal is as large as this circle here that I'm measuring now. He's there eating just a half cool spoon of rice. And he tells you he's satisfied. At that time. The man, because he won the position, he walked in the ghetto. He tell the folks there, you don't know how, all they sing, I will let you before, I hear again, I stay the singer, you know me? My man, our farmer, my man, our beggar. My power facing co-part. I'm here today as a son of a co-part maker. I'm here today as a son of a farmer. Like you. I'm here today as a son who never had even his parents saying to school. But I managed to wash people t-shirts. I managed to serve people in the way. Help me. I want to school. I'm here to, I'm like you. You too can be like me. If I said the t-shirt I bring for you, let me take out my t-shirt. Take out his shirt. Take one. Where and everybody wear their hats and everybody look the same. And even if possible, if the guys are taking that drag, you ask them, now yeah. They want that now makes it no. They want to just play one. Let me take one pool. He take it. Because at that point, he want to see, he want to make you see him in your eye as you are. They go to the orphanage homes. They go to the old folks. They go to schools. They go to churches. I saw, it was so demeaning. A lawmaker said he went back to the people and said, because when I came here first, I told you I would bring cement for this place. And he said, the cement, why I told you I bring here. It was so surprising that the people told you the cement, one money, take it back. Yes. They go to the young people in concession areas and say, we will make the company to abide by these minimum development agreements. That they are to employ locals. We are here. And when I'm the lawmaker, I will make sure this thing happened. They behave at that point. They make you to see them that you people are all the same. That tomorrow when they are the lawmaker, they will make the company to abide by the Minimum Development Agreement. That they must employ, they must give scholarship to those locals, affected counties or communities in these areas. Do you really think our lawmakers? Do you really think so? You know, it is appalling to see these things. That it is not what it is. Some of the lawmakers get in the. I want you to look at your lawmakers this afternoon. Some of the lawmakers, a lot of them before the position, it's true. They wear clothes like you wear or buy your clothes. They go to the Tonga Flair. They use clothes areas. But today they are wearing brand new clothes. They are wearing branded clothes. They are wearing factory made. But yesterday they were wearing clothes that what we call if you go in the red light area or water side, they say remix. You know, you buy the clothes, it's not your size, you gotta fit it in. Oh yeah, there's a remix area there. Make it what you want. You say, oh, they think you're fine, I can't leave it. it's too big. But we'll make him yeah. There you go there. They were wearing the clothes. But today, they have gravitated. I'm not saying it's bad. But by what means they are getting these things? When you, who they promise to be for you. You know, I was so much astonished upon following that one of the lawmakers were unmasking that the weak legislative oversight. And what he said astonished me more. Imagine a lawmaker telling us that legislators are weak in oversight. And suppose says he was shooting himself in the leg also. If they are weak in oversight, are they also strong in lawmaking? Are they strong in representation? Because if you look at the three functions critically, they all intertwine. Because how can you represent the people when you don't make law for them? How can you say you represent the people you don't have oversight? How they doing? What are the laws you are making have an effect? How can you make law when you don't represent them? You are not with them. You don't know where they are. You don't know what they're faced with. How? Some of the people were the most seen persons in the community or the district. They were our time centers. They were our forums. They were all they came to graduation party. They were all over, but now they got a position that they no longer seen. But it's before you, Liberians. And it's good that while we are looking at these points that help to unmask legislative oversight, is up to you. How sincere are you? All you see now is the legislator who is doing a project. I saw one, I read one, who constructed a mini market hall to benefit marketeers in Fishtown, Roger County, and the lawmaker said he spent 30,000. One of them, when is he there in Roger County? Let me talk about this. That you have gone to initiate an effort that boosts local commerce and provide a comfortable shopping environment for the community, where people from other areas can be there. I'm talking about addition number 2 lawmaker in River G. That you're spending 30,000. And sometimes you are tempted to wonder, how is it that these people are carrying projects? How is it that these people are carrying developmental issues? And sometimes you watch, you don't see what government has or what government have done. Imagine. And sometimes they follow the most influential people. Like for the two lawmaker in River G, the superintendent in our groundbreaking ceremony of the Marketing Association said, "Oh, that we express gratitude to you for initiating this process here. We want to make this and all that." And not just people who are River G, Fishtown, but the Bassa community or other people will be happy about this issue here. And it's important that we have it upon. You know, it's important for Liberia. But are our lawmakers sincere to themselves? Are our lawmakers indeed up for the job they were elected? Are lawmakers fulfilling their social corporate responsibility to the people, the reason why they were being elected? You are the ones who complain. Now one lawmaker is saying this is attributed to the dire function of what he called laziness of lawmakers. Can we say now, since one of their kind in Mosolo County also saying this, and people saying he is saying lazy, Representative Jerry Yowo, they say you're saying lazy, but you talk about this, but he has come to say that these are the problems. We have gone pretty close to 2 years. Liberia, let's review your lawmakers. And if it is so that they are efficient, say. If it is so that they are making progress, say it. Let me say star 799 star 11 hash entertainment by radio cookie as giver. We keep playing, and you just be the person to win 4,000 Liberian dollars up here today, and it will be very important for you. It's important that you play so that you can win money for yourself. Entertainment by radio cool cash giveaway. I want us to put lawmakers on the periscope this afternoon and see what is being said of them. This is one of their kind. What is being said is actually the problem of our country. You know, sometimes Liberians are tempted to follow issues of other countries. I know that, but that's not what I'm talking about today. But you elected these people. You were the ones in the lines. Let's have a total review of our lawmakers. Let's have a total review of our lawmakers. Those we elected. Those we gave the mantle of authority to say, go and serve the district. Go and serve the county. Because if actually what has been said of one of their kind, that lawmakers are very lazy, and it is a part of their issues that made them to function the way they behave. Some of the lawmakers stay in that place for 6 years. Some of them don't do anything. They only build their personal lives, and some of them are even re-elected. Sometimes you wonder how this book came about. And some of them have been re-elected that create the field cycle or ineffective governance. Because since they are not performing, and since they are already being winning the district, since they already winning the county, they are there, so they also make government effective in those areas. Or is it that laws have covered these people? Laws have made them that, oh yeah, as a lawmaker, this is just your function. So because of these laws, they just work as it is, and the people expect more of them, and they don't find it. When last you saw your lawmakers? Have you at times even followed your lawmakers at the level of the capital? Have you followed your lawmakers at the level of the capital? Have you seen the workings of the lawmaker at the level of the capital? Or the day he come in the committee and say, oh, we're bringing the power women, Susu, Loom, the only time you see. And after that, he's gone, and nobody see him. And if you talk about marching of tangibles in the district, you don't see it. Is that a case with you? Let's put our lawmakers on a scale this afternoon. Star 799 star 11 hash entertainment by radio cool cash giveaway is here today. Keep this code star 799 star 11 star 799 star 11. You play $100, you win 4,000 Liberian dollars. Is up there for you today. $100, you win 4,000 Liberian dollars. Are our lawmakers just lazy? Are those who are lawmakers who have become lawmakers, they just naturally lazy? And because they are lazy, you don't see their work. The ones that are stronger or strong are the ones who hear their names in the political spheres, are ones who hear their names are making, putting forth bills, sponsoring bills, are the ones making their effect into the communities. Some of you will say now, Mr. Var, since the lawmaker came to the part of the community in the district, we have not seen him. He have never stepped in this part of the community before. Since he came here being kept in time. Since he was elected. Mr. Var, the lawmaker used to sit down here, but since we can see him. And even if we want to check out to hear our lawmaker in the news, we don't hear him. Sometimes we won't check and see whether he was at the Capitol building. We'll look, we'll see someone one week he's there, the next time he's not there. All he cares about is building his personal life. He got a school, that's all he's behind. He got a church, that's all he's behind. He got stores, that's all he's behind. He said he's going to school, that's all he's behind. To build his life. It's not about the people. Sometimes we hear people making noise at the level of the Capitol building on issues. We don't hear our own lawmakers. And the lawmakers play a cardinal role in transforming the lives of the people because they are direct representatives of the people. But what have been the infected number of the people? And all Liberians are made to see is the executive. What do you think has been the cause of this systematic failure into government? Especially when it comes to the first branch of government. They are quick to align with the executive, despite being the first branch. They are quick to be confused, despite being the first branch. They are quick to divide money, despite being the first branch. And the people of the country, the people of the district, the people of the county don't see those effects. I still have a fellow out on the conversation that the lawmaker, after receiving his 30,000, he went to support a beauty pageant. I said, don't tell me. I said, no, I'm sure. He said, don't doubt this. It's true. I said, wow. Now I'm not aware of the attitude. Some of them. But sometimes you play the devil advocate to know exactly what it is. How much knowledgeable are the people there behind them? But Liberia, this is where we are. Our laws are not always in the interest of the people, from the way they make laws, from the way they pass bills, from the way they bring these up to the people. There are patterns where bills are passed without proper scrutiny. And at times, or more often, there are real consequences for the everyday lives of the people. Since you heard that lawmakers passed compulsory breastfeeding, where is it today? Today we hear some part across the world, it is not a sugarcoat because of the failed state of the people. The citizens, it's a serious uprising. I saw the finance minister being beaten. I nearly shed tears. They threw him off the cliff, ran to a riverside. The people still follow him there until a serious rescue team had to come for him. I'm seeing people climbing the top of buildings that they have been transported on a rope. Serious tension. Only because of the rampant corruption, the failed state, the lives of people still in abject poverty. They don't see their way out. You see a person who was birthed on the earth in a particular soil, spend his whole life, live on less than $1 or $2, or live on less than $20, but somebody is wasting more than $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 that can feed a whole community, a whole county. Let's look at our law because this afternoon. I bring it up on a periscope. Someone say mine is strong. Yeah, it's good. No, when they are strong, say it. When they are weak, say it. God. This afternoon, welcome. Let me say thanks. I'll take a break here. From there, we'll travel outside the country and bring you information. We'll come back and go to the lines and talk to you on this afternoon. What do you make of your lawmakers? What is responsible for this systematic failure in our system? And this is a spotlight on our lawmakers. We just 3 cardinal functions, but they are being made in the eyes of the people that they are the workaholic. They are the ones who are working more than anybody. They are the ones who are being seen that they should eat the best of food. They are the ones who are being seen to wear the best of clothes. They should live in the best of apartments. They should live the better life. Let's take this break and take a message here. We'll come back. We'll travel outside Liberia to bring you development on also part of our country. And we'll go to the lines. A spotlight on our lawmaker this afternoon. What do you think we really are? Good afternoon, good morning, and welcome.
Introducing Marie Sanitary Pad, the ultimate solution for every woman comfort and confidence during that time of the month. With Marie, every moment becomes effortless and worry-free. Ladies, we understand the importance of feeling comfortable and secure during your period. That's why Marie Sanitary Pad are designed with your needs in mind. Our ultra-soft, breathable materials provide all-day comfort so you can move with ease and confidence. Marie pads are equipped with advanced leakage protection, keeping you dry and fresh throughout your busy day. Say goodbye to leaks and hello to peace of mind. Super soft and provide unparalleled comfort for sensitive skin.
I have tried so many brands, but nothing compares to Marie. It's like they were made just for me. I feel secure and comfortable no matter what I'm doing.
Experience the difference with Marie's sanitary pads. Available at all drugstores, pharmacies, stores, and Fuller shops. For wholesale, visit Lucky Pharmacy and Redemption Pharmacy. Call 2929 for free information. Try them today and discover what true comfort feels like. Marie, the latest choice.
Approach the issues around analysis on the you said have had history of conflict and we've overcome. We've had successive elections demonstrating the democracy of Liberia, demonstrating our commitment to peace and stability, and us deciding that we're not going to wait until we have the 5-star hotels and all the skyscrapers, but we're going to take on an arrest agenda for inclusive development that prioritizes sectors that can transform our economy, diversify our economy, create jobs, and ensure that Liberians are on a pathway to accelerate it.
Today, this is your lunchtime program. This on 91.9. We're live on Cool Channel 2 YouTube. We're also live on Facebook. We're also on www.knewsonline.com. We say many thanks to all of you joining us on this edition of the program. Let's check out what's going on in other African countries. We'll come back, go to the lines. Our lawmakers on the spotlight this afternoon. Let's now travel. Our first stop going to be to South Africa, where South Africa sentences 7 Chinese nationals to 20 years of trafficking and forced labor. A court in Johannesburg sentenced 7 Chinese nationals on Wednesday to terms of 20 years in prison each for trafficking people in Malawi and forcing them to work at a factory in South Africa. The group was convicted on February 25 for trafficking 91 undocumented Malawian nationals from 2017 to 2018 to work at a cotton fabric factory in a village deep, an industrial area into South Africa, Johannesburg. The Chinese nationals has been arrested on November 12, 2019, when police raided the factory and found that Malawians confined under inhumane conditions with armed guys controlling their movement. The factory had a high wall with razor fence. The court record listed the defendant as Shihua Tisao 42, Bao Ma 50, Hua Ching 50, Kwang Li 56, Zhu Jiaqing 46, Yu Yang Diang 58, and Zilian Zhang 51. They were all sentenced into the Dangting South Division 20, the court 20 or to 20 years after being convicted of human trafficking and breaking the country labor and immigration laws. Prosecutors have sought life sentences. They said the victim were forced to work 11-hour shift 7 days a week without proper training or safety equipment. Many have previously worked at Chinese-owned factories in Malawi and were recruited to go to South Africa on a pretense, according to prosecution. But on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail coming out there for you on today. We travel to Ghana, where Ghana welcomes the United States deportees amid global controversy over migrant policy. The Ghanaian president, John Dramani Mahama, stated that Ghana have agreed to accept West African nationals who were deported from the United States. Mahama later confirmed that Ghana had already received a group of 14 deportees, including Nigerians and one Gambian. He later said that the deportees have already been facilitated a return to their own country. If there is no information on the total number of deportees Ghana will be willing to take. In July, the United States deported 5 individuals to Eswatini and 8 others to South Sudan. Rwanda received 7 migrants deported from the United States in August, weeks after the two countries reached an agreement for the transfer of up to 250 people. Rights groups have argued that Trump administration, including increasing practice of deporting migrants to their countries, violates international law and basic rights of migration. The deportation have faced opposition by courts in the United States, though the Supreme Court in June allowed the government to restart swift removal of migrants to countries other than their homeland. More on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail coming out for you. As we travel to Mali, where Mali's army had to secure strategic trade routes after the attempted jihadist blockade. Mali's armed forces are stepping up their efforts to protect strategic trade routes linking the capital Bamako to neighboring Senegal for attacks by the armed groups. On Wednesday, 4 trucks and other vehicles coming from Senegal were given a full military escort to ensure their safe arrival. Last week, transport companies suspended operations along the route after Al-Qaeda linked militants Jama Nasrat al-Islam wa Muslimi, the JNRM, announced a blockade on the capital and began stopping and setting fires on fuel trucks. The army responded with a major military operations, including airstrikes in the western region of Kids, near the border with Senegal and Mauritania, and says it has successfully broken the blockade. The offensive is the latest attack or attempt by Mali's ruling military junta to weaken the militants group as it tried to tighten its grip on the economy by banning fuel imports from neighboring countries. Since May, the jihadists have been attacking Malian and foreign-owned businesses into Kids, including cement factories, sugar factories, and mines. Multinational miners, including the Barrack Mining and the B2 Gold, operate into the region. The JNIM is among the deadliest of several armed groups operating into the Sahel region, which stretches from now to West Africa. It's a site of rapid growing insurgency and a hot spot of militant attacks. More on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail. As we cross over to the United States, where the United States political figures react to the assassination of activist Charlie Kirk. A co-founder of a political movement for a young conservative at just 18, Kirk was an influential figure into the right-wing spheres of United States politics and also close to Donald Trump. His death has led to reactions of shock and condemnation for the shooting for all sides of the political spectrum. His death has sent the shockwaves through the United States and laid open the political violence that has been increasing into the country in the past month. Charlie Kirk, 31, was killed by a single shot to the neck while speaking at a college event in Utah. While the shooter remains at large, condolences and condemnations from all sides of the political spectrum are pouring in. This has also included political opponents like Bernie Sanders and Kamala Harris upon. In a video addressing the nations, the U.S. President Donald Trump, whose political movement counts numerous followers, brought to the conservative process by a curve and decried the assassination and called it a dark moment for America. The right-wing activist and influential was one of the most important voices into the conservative spheres in the country. In the movement he had told from early age. Good afternoon, good morning. On that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail coming out there for you today. We'll go to the lines to talk to you, but while you are also there, keep playing star 799 star 11 hash, star 799 star 11 hash. Entertainment by Radio Cool Cash giveaway right here. Entertainment by Radio Cool Cash giveaway. Yeah, today $100 Liberian dollars to play. You still have a chance to win 4,000 Liberian dollars. Keep playing. We are here until 1:30. Somebody will just walk away with 4,000 Liberian dollars. While we having a conversation, you can keep playing. Let's go to the lines and talk to you today with our lawmakers on the spotlight this afternoon. Do you really think our lawmakers, lawmaking, representation, oversight have really been key to the interests of this country? Are they weak or seem to be weak? Are they strong? Are they in the interest of the people? And if they are, why is it that these social dividends, these menaces that plague the people, that inflict the people, why is it that we're not having solutions to solve this problem? One of their kind, a lawmaker of Mossoro County, said that this thing is because of a systematic fail into government. He said it is a systematic neglect of the people. Lawmakers are just lazy. There's a dysfunction process which they call laziness, and is often passed legislation without thoroughly reviewing. They pass laws without reviewing it. They want bribe envelope. They want this, want money there. What is that in the interest of the people? They follow it, and their oversight. When they become lawmakers, they don't go to their people. They do nothing. They neglect the people. When it comes to making laws, no. Representation, no. But it's up there for you. What do you make of this? Let's go to the lines to talk to you. Let me take my first call on the line this afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon. How possible is that?
How can you go and make a law that your co-function, your oversight and law making is supposed to be the way of affecting people's life? But if you go, you only care for what you want and your family. So Nathaniel, the particular lawmaker, they are problems. They are problems in the history of Liberia, bring the country down to where it's at today. Because you keep getting parliament, the reason of which people put you there, they elected you, then you turn your back again to that particular thing that happened to America. When America now, they packaging people record, they will say people, they are bad people and this that. But now, all the kids they do in America, so man, the kid now, you're not hearing nothing will not say about America, human rights. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for your comment today. Good afternoon, let me talk to you. Good afternoon. Yeah, Luther Lomenisaki, go ahead.
Thank you. Listen, myself, my name is Luther Lomenisaki. If I said that, you can only have a conversation with a lawmaker if you are still the lawmaker. For it is good for we are in this number 3. The morning we our lawmaker is pretty up. So that's everything. We put in there. You only put one being in school and that is hospital. No. We don't look at election. We don't look at election. We're looking at it. We're looking at it. The problem that the law. The only good thing I get for your own record and the doctor that you don't get. That all. Okay. Yeah. Don't look at it. No, we won't look at nobody else. Only law because. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon, Dina.
You live, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Winston and there. I join you from People Road. Yeah, thank you for your show this afternoon. I heard it to the oversight responsibility is the direct positive effects that comes to their district, because if you carry on your oversight responsibility, your district is directly affected positively. With the lawmaking, I see it difficult because it is a difficult thing for lawmakers to make law that will cover the entire country, that every citizen, irrespective of where, are really responding to it. I from this in Lima County, I always proud of my lawmaker who always down to his citizens. He's looking at their best on the table, whatsoever the like that what he's doing. So we will maintain and all will continue to teach lawmakers because they are not doing a rightful thing. So thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Well,
let's look at your lawmaker.
This is Father Jange Johnson. Nobody will follow the work in this country. They will check when they did it to anything the president said. Because the people did not do anything for us. The check was straight in the country. I have never put them for any reason. So if all the president do, I have to back. Thank you.
So when people still make their way because they know how to navigate. They know how to navigate the political spectrum of this country, and they will make their way through. You will see them back. History has proven this. Good afternoon. Yeah, who's your lawmaker? I'm not saying them. I said, who's your lawmaker? Yeah, let's look at him.
Nothing at all. So you know what? Talking about Lord, because they want to make a Lord, but they want to spread the Lord.
Okay. Yeah, thank you too. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay. Don't hold the lines if you're not prepared. Lawmakers, representation, oversight, and what he called laziness of lawmakers. They often pass legislation without thoroughly reviewing those the implication that comes along with it, and they're just there. They don't care about the people, only about themselves, how much gasoline they'll get, what kind of car they will ride, how they'll travel, how they'll build their lives, and not the people they said they will be there for. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, my dear ambassador.
You're welcome.
We actually need time to educate the masses. That's why we don't have. Time is not our best ally. Because when you talk about law is a technical area. What is the criteria to become a lawmaker? Number one, election commission need to set certain standard, certain criteria. Before you become a lawmaker, you must have a Bachelor of Science in Law, or you must have a political, and most of the country is a son. Can you imagine? So where are those 17 lawmakers? What are they doing? What are their functions? Are they making law for Monsibala? I just put Monsibala as an example. The capital hill is a small community. Look at Bushy Quarter. We don't even have a fitting or a public toilet in the district of Monsibala County. If you are on Broad Street, you want to use them. If you are jammed, you are in some trouble, you are in trouble. So just imagine the capital city is a strong community, and what do you think about the 15 counties? It's like a disaster. The election commission needs to set criteria for these people coming to represent us. Not just any bush meat seller or farmer or hunter. He just put him in the house and never even know his own function, overlapping function, uncommitting room, and just embezzling and cheating, project fingering, and all those kind of nonsense. That's what's going on.
Okay, let me so there bring a lot of frustration upon talking about lawmakers. But you can keep playing *799 *11#. Let me talk to this caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Man.
You're welcome.
Thank you. My name is Anita Cummings, and I call you from Malaysia. You know, our lawmakers, we just talking lawmakers, but some of them, they are there, but they don't even know their portion. They don't know their duty of being there. Because number 105, if you ask any of the majority of them over there, they have been there, don't die. Some of them will just vote for them, you will never see them in the district. There is no oversight. They do what they want to do. Now coming back to the people to consult them on some of the issues that are affecting us in the district. You know about open law making? Nothing. They don't mind the thing, they don't say, I think the law they pass over on here. They don't mind. You know how they don't mind anything? But the making law that they don't mind should get it. And the law that what they about the in the house. So when they have them, they represent their children, how they will go to who's take them out of the country, so they allow no food, and majority of us I want to protect them. For me, I already decide. I will not vote for any
No, you have to vote.
Before my door, they will see the 2020.
Oh my God.
I will get rid of them because nothing.
Is it really a reality that our lawmakers in positions are the wicked? Are they weak? When you get to the position and they get so much reluctant, because they apply a lot of zest when they want to lead the people, but when they get there, they apply little or no effort for the people. Only about all the ideas are centralized on themselves. They want to build their dream homes, eat the best of food, ride the best of vehicles, make laws that may not have impact. Like one of their kind said, they don't even thoroughly scrutinize the laws they pass. Entertainment by Radio Cool Cash. Give away *799 *11#. You are here. You can play $100 and you stand a chance to win 4,000. *799 *11#. Let's go to the lines and talk to this person. Good afternoon. Keep playing. Good afternoon. You're welcome.